Just into our newsroom in the last 10 minutes, DPS troopers are confirming they arrested a suspected drunk driver in a semi who was hauling cars on the back of a flatbed when they say he crashed into a trooper on I-10 out in Buckeye. This is that crash in the West Valley we've been keeping an eye on. Medics rushed the trooper to the hospital with head injuries. Live look at the scene here, and DPS tells us the trooper was simply finishing some paperwork when that Dodge Ram towing 3 other cars crashed into him, pushing the trooper 60 feet. The other driver didn't have any injuries, but is being processed for a DUI now.
Take notice of this truck, okay? Because I'm going to show another picture of this truck, possibly the same truck, on a Google review here in a second. But there's reports out there that the officer didn't survive. I'm not seeing anything to verify that. And by looking at this, it looks like, because the driver was, as a news report said, that they were, he was filling out paperwork, finish up paperwork, and usually they do that inside their pickup or inside their car. So, yeah, let's take a look at the Google reviews, huh? Now, this U.S. DOT number comes back to a company out of Gary, Indiana. It also has address out of Des Plaines, Illinois. It's in that same area. So, if you guys know truck drivers, you know all about that area, Gary, Indiana, and Illinois. It just all seems like it's all just one. But anyway, but that's who this comes to. Okay, we look at, they have 84 power units. They have 233 inspections on the on the vehicles, 74 out of service. And then we have out of service on the driver, 92 out of 331. The national average is 6. So basically, the drivers are unfit to drive, in other words. So I got to this point of the video, all right, that you're watching, or we're watching, or maybe something, and I was sent this screenshot. And I said, well, I got to redo the rest of this video here. So here we are. We're starting this part of the video over. Okay. Now, it may be hard for you guys to see, but I'll generalize it and just show you if you can't see. Okay. All right. So those driver out of services came with most of them operating a CMB without a CDL. These hot shots out here, right? And this is who they hire. They hire people. So, oh, you don't have to have a CDL to do this, It's like, well, the law states you do. All right. But then you go down here to the very bottom. We're going to skip down to the very bottom because there's some good stuff without, but let me just say, driver cannot read and speak the English language sufficiently to converse with the general public, to understand highway traffic signs, signals, and in English. So we do have that where an actual officer was doing his job and putting them out of service. I believe maybe it's just a citation. I don't know if this is out of service or not. It doesn't say on this screenshot, but it does say the code. It does say the violation. Let's look at these Google reviews, okay? This guy ran us off the road in Texas. Poor quality drivers. I-35 towards Denton, 35E, February 4th, around 5 p.m. Almost caused a major accident, running us off the road into construction. But let's take a look at this truck. This truck look familiar? I think so. The only difference that I see is right down here. There's a little Cummins badge right there where it doesn't have it. So it leads me to believe that these trucks, well, my first recording of this video, okay, I didn't catch the badge. The little badge they put right down there. But look at this driver. This is the driver that was driving erratically on Interstate 35 in Texas. Hey, does he look drunk? Does he look freaking drunk? Look at that face. Looks pretty doggone drunk to me. but I can't tell by a still image. But the description shows that. Let's go down here to more reviews. Got completely cut off by their truck right after they almost ran a semi off the road by cutting them off too. Definitely need to train their drivers better or keep them off the sauce. A lot of these are new within the last few hours, you know, because people are doing what they do. Let's see, there was one. Low IQ drivers tailgating and reckless behavior. Way to go! Sarcasm, anyway. So I went and I Googled their address, which comes up to a house. Okay? Comes up to a freaking house. So you have this address, 1491 6th Avenue, Des Plaines or Des Plaines, Illinois. Okay? That's what that comes to. But then you go, let me go over here to do a little copy and paste. It actually comes up to 246 Grant Street, Gary, Indiana. So let's punch that in. Shows another house. There's some houses going on. Does this look like a yard to you? So you got this area, right, in the Chicago area. And you look at this is Gary, Indiana. You know, obviously this is all Chicago area. You guys know where Gary, Indiana is. It's basically Chicago, but just Indiana. Okay. But all this is full of people that start trucking companies, and they're from Eastern Europe. And a lot of the drivers that go to work there don't speak English. And a lot of them are also from Eastern Europe. I know a lot of you guys are sitting here hearing me talking about, you know, non-American citizen truck drivers, right? And a lot of you guys' mind goes to either Hispanic or other. I mean, y'all forget that I'm against all. I personally, me, myself, Ike Stevens, do not want to see anyone other than American citizens driving a truck. It don't matter what your color is. Again, Eastern European, what do we think? We think of white people who are whiter than I am, okay? And that's pretty doggone white these days, because I need to go outside and get some doggone sun, okay? So, by the way, the accident down in Texas out of Milam County, listen, I don't know what exactly happened. We're trying to get all the information. A lot of you guys have emailed me on it. And I don't know the information other than the fact that the driver ran over people, took 3 people away, and the driver just ran into him. He was 26 years old out of Belmead, Texas. That's all we know. My opinion on it, just by me thinking, because here you have the way we do here in Texas. I'm sure it's like this everywhere else, where if you have a flagger and they close down a lane and you have stop traffic like that, there's rumple strips, at least a half a mile, you know, and definitely a bunch of signs, you know, telling you that, you know, we got stop traffic here. And for this driver to not see those, I have a feeling that either driver fell asleep or could be drunk. Doubt it. But possibility. We would have probably heard that by now. My thing is probably what happened. The driver was distracted with his phone, and I'm thinking that that's what happened. Either way, when I get information on that, I'll forward that to you guys. But that's the reason why I haven't covered that one yet. But this one, definitely red flag, especially with the last screenshot that I got there. I already had this video already done. And then I saw that. Oh, no English, huh? No English? Go figure.